Hi, I'm back with another video. I am explaining why I got kicked out of USI, the gym that I was going to. Now I'm back at the YMCA. I was doing overhead press at USI, and I have restriction bands coming down, and there's a kettlebell sitting here, so it's kind of just floating. So I'm doing overhead press, and the kettlebells might be moving a little bit like this. Okay. Normal exercise, my coach prescribed it. I'm doing it, I rack it. A random member that works out there comes up to me and says, "You should take this off. It's just, it's dangerous. It's not a really good way to train." Something along those lines. I didn't take what he said into account because he's just a random member. He has no authority, so I continued to do my set. In the middle of my set, my second set, this lady comes up, she says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 put that down, put that down." I rack the weight. And she says, "This is very dangerous. I have a liability here that could smack someone in the face. There's no one around me. Anyone with common sense seeing me do the exercise wouldn't come near me. The kettlebells aren't swinging a lot. It's just swinging up and down. A person, if they would get smacked in the face, they would have to walk to the side of the rack when I'm in the middle of my set, which I don't think anyone would do. I know people are smart when they're at the gym, they see someone doing exercise. That's like if I'm doing squatting. Squatting would be even worse. The weight would be moving more when I'm squatting compared to the kettlebell overhead press. So it's the same thing. If I was squatting and someone walked right in under the side of the squat, but it's the same thing with the kettlebell overhead press. So I don't understand. Whatever. She said that to me. She says, "Please stop doing this exercise." And then I'm just looking her in the eyes, confused. And then she looks at me with a deadly look. "Do you have a problem?" So I was furious. I didn't even get a chance to respond to say, "No, I don't have a problem." And then she said, "If you have a problem, then you can leave this gym." I said, "Okay, I'll leave." And then she says, "Okay, and I'll cancel your membership too." So that's how I got banned. We both leave. I'm furious. I made an Instagram story about it. I was really upset because it was ridiculous. And then now I have to tell my parents that I lost my membership there, that I have to go to the YMCA, and obviously they weren't too happy about it. Now they don't really care because I've already been there for a week, but it's just frustrating for them and for me. So yeah, that's what happened. And throughout the clips that you're gonna be watching now, I'm gonna do a voiceover for them. It's a new phase that I started with, that Jose put me on. I'm competing again in a powerlifting meet for my second time in April 5th at Nova University, which is the same school that my older brother goes to. So it's not that far at all. It's actually really convenient. I'm very excited too because a lot of people are going. And when I came back to the YMCA, my coach works there frequently, and I saw him and he told me 8 powerlifters from the YMCA alone going. I was like, what? Because I didn't remember there being powerlifters at the YMCA. I think it was like me and Nick. He didn't compete. Nick doesn't even compete. Nick Barbusa doesn't compete, but he powerlifts. So it was basically just me. That's what I thought, at least. But no, other people compete, so that's cool. I'm gonna meet new people that live there, that compete. We're all gonna go. I'm pretty sure we're all gonna be, around each other, because Jose is gonna guide us through everything, because most of the people who powerlift at the YMCA are clients of Jose, because Jose is the Jesus Christ of lifting. And anything, kinesiology, anything that has to do with the body, he just knows everything. I tell him a symptom that I have and he gives me an exercise to fix it. So it's awesome. It's a blessing to have him as a coach. hashtag Jose Method. I should be recording more because it's way more convenient to record at the YMCA compared to USI. That's why I didn't make a lot of videos at USI. There's an easy little tripod setup that I can make out of things at the YMCA. I could put a foam roller and then the clip, and I'll plop my phone right there, and it's perfect to record every lift. So more videos coming. I am planning on making a meet prep series leading up to April 5th. All right, enjoy. All right, so here we go, box squatting 405. That's Jose spotting me. He was supervising me during this workout. Okay, nice little box squat. Here is a sped up clip of me squatting 315 for a set of 8. And it was supposed to be a set of 10, but I was weak this day. That's all I have to say about that. I ended up lowering the weight down to, I don't even know, let me see. 300 or 305. No, that was 300. So I ended up doing 300 for my final sets of 10. It was supposed to be a 5x10 with 315, but I did it with 300. So yeah. And as you guys noticed in my last video, I mentioned that there's an imbalance in my feet when I squat recently, which is annoying, but Jose is giving me a lot of mobilization for my hips in order to fix that and get my balance proper again. And also something Jose found out when he started supervising me after these clips, he said that I was bracing improperly, and I started bracing again really good, and weight felt lighter. And it's just cues that you have to remember that are easily forgettable. Here I have my friend Daniel looking at my feet, making sure they're even. And then I started my set. And this was probably my best set that I did this day. And it doesn't feel right when I do have my feet even, because my left foot is so used to being forward that my body thinks that it's natural for my left foot to be ahead. But when the weight gets heavier, I'm not going to be able to lift it. So I need to fix that as soon as possible. Here's the last set. Yeah, here was definitely not bracing properly, breathing through my chest when I should have been breathing through my diaphragm. Belt's on too tight. So I recently set back my belt a notch to give myself more room to breathe. Okay, and then here's the same day. I was doing a 5x10 on deadlifts as well. It was supposed to be with 350. Did my first set with 350. Ended up lowering it all the way down to 315. It was slowly and gradual, though. I think I went to 320 before I went all the way down to 315. Yeah, I find under-over super annoying, and I'm basically forced to do that because I'm not used to hook grip. So it's extremely annoying. But I just gotta man up and get used to it. Here I was at a cool gym this day. It's called Barbell Headquarters. It's about 40 minutes away from me, so I might go here towards the end of my meet prep. This is a cool gym. And I was hitting 200 for 10 on bench. I think that's 200 or 210, something like that. Here's a cool picture of me. This day I was supposed to do deficit sumo deadlifts, go for a 1 rep max, and then do back offs. And I was trying out hook grip, as you see, because I was getting annoyed of under over. That was 455. That was real good. I was happy with that. So I tried 475 next. And you see I switched to under over, and you're going to see what happens. Lost me. Bullshit. Here's 315 for sets of 8. But yeah, deficit sumo deadlifts are difficult. Instead of being more upright like you should be in sumo, you're pretty much just as bent over in conventional. When it's deficit like that. I'm honestly thinking of using straps until I'm closer to the meet, just to make my deadlifts more pleasurable. I had a reset there. And this was also late at night. This was when I was having issues with my sleep schedule, and everything was off. My circadian rhythm was terrible. I was sleeping late, waking up late. This is when I first got my computer, and I was basically playing video games all night, every night, and screwing up my sleep schedule more and more, staying up till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., just getting worse and worse. Obviously, that's cleared up now. I've been waking up at around 8:30 every morning, sleeping at 12 every night, keeping it very strict. And I do have online school, like I said. So that was a clip of my friend Nick Birdseye hitting a single with 270, I believe. And this is just a weak guy doing some curls with some weak, light 60-pound dumbbells. Little Christopher trying to make some gains. This is a set of 10. I had a 4x10 this day. That was 320, I think. Yeah, I think there's more weight than 315 there. I don't know exactly how much weight. This is the day that my coach ended up coming in and telling me how to brace properly and to squeeze my hips so that it's easier for my feet to be aligned. I think it's 320 or 325, I can't tell. And then here is 215 for 10. 2-second pauses always. I thought it was really good. I had a really good workout this day, actually. And this day I was going for a close grip bench 1 rep max. So this is 255 light. This is 295. I didn't record 275. The right wrist wrap came off. Annoying. Here's 305 for my last attempt. That's my 1 rep max for close grip. And that is a 10-pound PR as far as I'm concerned for close grip. Here I'm rolling out my IT band with a lacrosse ball. That's part of the mobilization that Jose gave me to fix my feet alignment on squats. Honestly, it was super painful. A lot of tightness in my IT band. This is the same day. Front squatting, 275 for 5. And it looks really fast, but this was one of the first days that I started front squatting again. So my clavicle wasn't used to being absolutely obliterated by the bar. So I went lighter. This was supposed to be a 5 rep max, but honestly, moving really fast. RPE 6. And then here's 250 for my back offs. Back offs of 5 reps. I really like front squats. I just need to get used to the bar sitting on my clavicle again. They make bracing really, really easy, and it teaches you how to brace for when you go back to back squats, which is very useful. Here was my first day back at the YMCA, and I was hitting a leg workout. I had a 5x5 with 350 was supposed to be, but as you can see, it was 340. I miscalculated, and yeah, just negligence, not looking carefully at the weight that I'm putting on. Next time I'll be sure to put on proper weight. This happens sometimes, I just get careless. But this was one of the first days I felt really good back squatting again. My feet were aligned, my bracing was on point. You can see that if you compare the clips from before, the bar on my back moves up before I go down because I'm breathing through my chest. Now I'm breathing straight through my diaphragm, and I'm bracing really good. I felt really good this day. Really, really good, man. And I'm only taking one breath now in between reps to make the sets go by faster. Hashtag Jose method. Yeah, you'll notice from this point of view, you can see my stomach is bracing up against my belt really good. Got a lot of tension in my core. And when you put tension into your core when you're squatting and when you're deadlifting, it's going to make the lift so much easier. And it's also going to change your positioning just by putting pressure into your core. The way that the squat moves is just going to be so much more of an easier position to come out of. So this is my last set. It was moving really, really well. So I'm excited to see where my squats go. I'm doing mobilization every single day almost for my hips. And I'm also doing a lot of core exercises to strengthen my core. Here's 380 for 5. I think it's 380. And the problem I have with this platform is it's uneven. You see I took a long break in between this because the bar kept moving. It's really, really annoying because I could be moving much faster during this set, but the bar moved, so I just basically have to probably deadlift in another room, honestly. Probably somewhere in this area. This is 230 for a 5x5. This is my last set, or one of my last sets. No, this was my 4th set. So yeah, one of my last ones. 2-second pauses, of course, make it look clean. Started benching with a belt recently. Just wanted to see what it feels like. It's kind of cool. And yeah,